the Ghana Union of Traders Association, Guta, have expressed worry over the Nigerian Union of Traders Association in Ghana, NUTAG, for completely rejecting the special dispensation offered them by the Committee on Foreign Retail Trade by the government of Ghana after a series of diplomatic engagements between the two countries to resolve trade disputes. In a statement, Guta says the attitude of the Nigerian traders in Ghana is not only an affront but also a plot to frustrate the committee, states as well as the people of Ghana in matters of trade. And so on this particular subject matter, we have been joined on the telephone by the Public Relations Officer of the Ghana Union Traders Association, Guta, in the person of Mr. Joseph Paddy. Hello, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Right.
Let me say good evening to your viewers and your listeners.
Right. Thank you very much for joining us. Now, we want to clearly understand the position of Guta on all this trade dispute between Ghana and Nigeria. What exactly is it all about?
Right. Thank you very much once again. Yes. What is about is that we identified that some foreigners who are in retail business, who are not supposed to be in retail business for some time, and there's an agitation. And then we remember sometime last year we closed down some shops by the Ministry of Trade. And then we came to MOU, Memorandum of Understanding, to give a concession to these foreigners who are in the retail sector, who are not supposed to be there. So the Ministry of Trade, in collaboration with Guta and NUTAG, the Nigerian Traders Association, we came to a compromise that for 2020, from day 1 to 2020, all the people who are in the retail business will get a concession by waiving the $1 million capital investment and the 20 employment for the West African sub-region members because of ECOWAS, and which we all agreed. But before the roadmap, we proposed, the proposal from the Ministry of Trade was that we won't have data of all these foreigners in the retail sector who will be enjoying this concession. So NUTAG agreed, as the Nigerian Traders agreed to furnish the ministry with this data. You know, their members also came from Nigeria. The Ministry of Trade also came from Nigeria. We had this meeting and with the Select Committee on Trade. So we're waiting. They asked us to give them 2 weeks. The committee will give them 2 weeks to provide this data, the data of their rent document, their Ministry of GRA document, GIPC document, to regularize all these documents and bring it so that we know the cutoff point. So that anybody who comes after 2020, then you'll be affected by the GIPC law, which says you have to bring capital injection of 1 million and then employ 20 Ghanaians. So that's it. We're waiting for this data. And then after the 2 weeks, in the third week, these foreigners came and said they are withdrawing from the MOU that we have signed, and then they don't have the data. They're not going to bring the data, and they are withdrawing their former position. So we said if that's the case, then the presidential task force that the president set up must continue their job and go around and come down and close those shops that are doing illegal business by not registering with DICC and not also in the foreign, they are in the retail sector that they are not supposed to be there. So our position now is that then the task force should continue their job. But since we have given them the only trade that they are not ready to accept it, then the Ministry of Trade should continue. In fact, the Honorable Minister has done really well by bringing this and giving this because beginning, we're not even for the concession because we said the GIPC law must apply. But because of ECOWAS, they said we have to have this friendship
Mr. Joseph Paddy,
that will all come together. Yes.
Right. You have touched on a very sensitive topic because of ECOWAS. Now, ECOWAS, in conjunction with the African Continental Free Trade Area, seek to ensure free trade and also free movement between border countries or member countries within both ECOWAS as well as on the African continent alone. Now, looking at the hurdles that is currently happening between Ghana and Nigeria in terms of trade, do you foresee a sort of disagreement or a sort of trade barrier or some heavy toll in terms of trade activities between the two countries as far as AFTA is concerned?
Any trade barrier here, in a sense that even with the AFTA, the Free Africa Continental Free Trade, there has what we call rules of engagement and the rules of origin. What happens is that the African continent wants to trade amongst ourselves, and that is what we call the rules of origin. So the product must be produced in the country that is coming from. So it must be the African product that is coming from one of the African countries, that you enjoy this tariff-free and duty-free. But what we see with this one is that they're also bringing in the imported products that Ghanaians are also bringing in. So it doesn't come in here. And then the rules of engagement is there, that before you enjoy this facility from after, you have to do ABCD. Every country has its sovereign law. So I don't think this is a trade barrier that's going to fight against AFTA. Because what we are saying is if you are an AFTA member, you must have, your goods must be rules of origin. And we even Guta were asking for that. When we talk of rules of origin, what is the volume of raw material that must go into that product? So it's 40%, it's 50%. Then we know this product is coming. Otherwise, if we are not also careful, somebody will go and import a product from maybe China, just come and repackage it as a made in Nigeria or made in Ghana. Right. And then you enjoy this tariff-free and duty-free. Yes.
Mr. Paddy, finally, before you take a leave of us, what then is going to be the position of Guta on this particular subject matter, as far as you have expressed your worry on the Nigerian not really giving in or adhering to the rules of engagement?
Yeah, so what we will say, the Ministry of Trade should act. The task force, the task force committees must begin to operate and go back to the status quo, where those who are doing illegal and illegitimate business, you must clamp down on them. Why will you be in somebody's country and you are not registered with GIPC, you are not registered with GRA, you are not registered with General, and you want to engage in business? And then you have GIPC is telling you, employ 20 Ghanaians, you've not done that, and you want to do business in the country. GIPC is telling you, invest 1 million capital injection into the business, you've not done that, you want to do business. So we want Ministry of Trade to go back to the task force and then engage these foreigners who are doing illicit business in our business environment and in the marketplaces.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Joseph Paddy, for sharing with us on this particular important subject matter regarding trade dispute between Ghana and Nigeria.